Alright, hello guys. Here we have a ZVT on Metalopolis. It seems like I've been casting a lot of these today with the tournament and all that. Right now, I actually really don't know any of these players. I sort of just sniped into this game. I do know a few of the people that are obsing, but let's just see what's going to go on with this game. Right now, ZVT is really interesting because the patch did just happen, which gave the roaches more range and made a barracks require a supply depot. Just because Reapers were so strong that there was even a strategy where people would go 5 Raxes and only build Reapers. I think it was LZ Gamer that was the first one to do that, if I'm not mistaken. All I know is that so far to actually talk about this game itself, that Zerg is in a good position with having the full cross-map travel distance to try and get to the Terran, which means that the Terran can't really rush as fast as he would like, and that with Zerg spotting here, they'll actually have enough time to get defenses before an attack. So Zerg is definitely going to be happy that it is not close positions. Let's see what else is going on. We have Overlord scouting. It's exciting. We gotta love the beginning game. Interestingly enough is that this is kind of a late barracks coming from Pride. He seems to really be going for absolutely cutting no SCVs whatsoever. Generally, you'll see something like a 10 depot, 12 racks, and then a 15 orbital command to try and get the earlier orbital command. But right now, it seems that Pride is really focusing on SCV production as opposed to getting the orbital command ASAP. The expansion is going up for Ryze. I'm pretty sure that these guys are high-level diamond players at the minimum. This could be a clan war. I'm not completely sure. I can probably find out about that later, but don't count on it. Really, let's just see what the gameplay is going to be like, because right now this is not very exciting. I can use this chance to look at the APM. We have 152 of an average from Pride and 125 from Ryze. I will say though that you guys should check out the Team TQ website. I am the caster and tournament organizer as well as a manager for the team. So we are Team TQ at teamtq.webs.com. There will be a link under the video. Please check us out. We do hold tournaments. Earlier today was the TQ Open number 2, in which case we had some really strong play coming from players, and I Dominate came in first, and he got first by beating Darkcell, who's a really strong Zerg player, but he had some great play. Darkcell would do things like Fruit Dealer would do in the GSL. He dropped Banelings from Overlords. He did some crazy army stuff. He had really good Overlord spread. He basically was immune to drops because of the Overlord spread. He did an excellent job. Really good placement of spine crawlers. Really good use of infestors. His infestor play was incredibly good. And he got outplayed by iDominate, who was a random player, which is very interesting. They even had 2 ZVZs, and generally the random players had a slight disadvantage in a mirror matchup just because the other one is so much more accustomed to playing that race that they can usually edge out a little bit more, which then in turn will give them the victory later on. But they went 1-1 with the first 2 games of mirror matchups, which was incredibly pleasing to witness. Here we have Command Center, so it does seem like a 1 barracks and a Hellion pressure fast expand coming from Pride, which is a very strong build, especially on maps like Metalopolis where you have this wide open area that you can poke in on. Although something that actually Darkcell did was place a spine crawler back here to prevent the Hellions from being able to pull behind the minerals, forcing them to go through these areas that could be hit by spine crawlers and queens. We do have these Hellions over here that actually don't have any kills yet. They are going to attack a Mink statue, which is something that I see a lot. People just don't like the Mink statues. But let's see for the Micro. The Micro, he doesn't really have an opening to get much. He's going to try and snipe the queens with Hellions, but that's not going to go well. It's going to take a very long time for the Hellions to do any damage to the queens. And we have more Hellions coming in. If you can probably just sneak by at this point and just one-shot a bunch of these drones that are in a line. But for now, we can see that Zergling speed is being researched. A layer is getting morphed. Seems like a little bit of a fast layer, but He seems to have started that a while ago, but this could actually really pay off. He goes for really fast immunoless against something like this. But, ooh, here we go. We have the Hellions moving in and busting up some drones. Oh, that's got to hurt for those drones that are dead and on fire. But these Zerglings are going to fall. But really, these Hellions are going to pull back probably and just come back to the main base. Enough pressure has been put on that Pride is being able to expand without any issues. I'd expect some bunkers to be thrown up. He is starting to transition into sort of like a heavy barracks and Hellion play. I would not be surprised if siege tanks came into play and Thors as well. That's what we've been seeing a lot today in ZVT. We have some hatcheries going. The lair is done. The question is, what is going to be used for the lair tech? We do have a Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber, and Evolution Chamber. This could easily mean that he's probably going to get carry pace as well as range to boost up his Roach's strength. It would be incredibly strong, and theoretically he can even do some fancy things like getting Tunneling Claws and Burrow in order to move the Roaches and actually... Oh, excuse me, I burped. He actually is going to be able to then put pressure on a lot of things and even snipe some things like Thors and some big units like that. But we have Hellions that are just scouting around the base. This Overlord did go in and probably see the 2 barracks and pull out. So, ooh, a Ghost is being played. A Ghost is coming into play. I want a nuke. I'm just going to throw it out there. I would really like a nuke to be made. Let's see. There's more Ghosts. Ooh, really interesting. I know there was one guy in the GSL that was playing. I forget who it was. I think he went up against Fruit Dealer, I want to say, in the first round of the second GSL, who came in, and Artosis and Tasteless were talking about how he had really interesting Ghost play in TvZ. I guess that means he made really good use of Snipe, Cloak, probably some nukes as well, I would assume, if he's going Mass Ghost. But look at this, another Ghost is being made. I kind of like this. Because Ghost Snipe, I think they only affect biological units. Let me just double check that. A careful shot dealing 45 damage, ignores armor, can only target biological units. So that could be really good, because look, we have 3 Ghosts right now. He could snipe units like Roaches and Infestors. He can even EMP Infestors, actually, now that I think about it. And with a player like Dark Cell, because Dark Cell was using crazy Infestors, that could actually really hurt him, especially if you're going to try and go low tech with Infestor support. EMP could be deadly, and a lot of people don't realize that EMP is useful against every race instead of just Protoss. Granted, they are better against Protoss than other races. It's deadly to all spellcasters. And can you imagine doing it to Queens as well? You can snipe Queens. You can even Cloak. If you Cloak and then move in to snipe Queens and various key things like that, that could be incredibly deadly and difficult to go up against. But this play is incredibly Tech Lab heavy, because right now even the Tech Lab is being used on the factory to research Infernal Pre-Igniter. So it seems that the Hellions are going to be used to handle Speedlings. The Ghosts are going to be able to be used against things like Roaches and Infestors. And this is starting to look like a pretty Roach heavy army. These Hellions are burning off. These Hellions are really burning off drones. But these Speedlings actually might be able to get the surround, and the Roaches could take out the Hellion. Very nice micro coming from Ryze. I am impressed by that. And if we look at the macro of both players, Ryze is up a little over 20 food compared to Pride. He does have an extra hatchery too, so his production is really going to be able to skyrocket. Let's just see. These Roaches actually might be able to push in against Pride, which would be incredibly powerful right now, because there's a lot of Marauders on this game right now, and they do have concussive shells, so they could theoretically kite away from the Roaches. Let's just see. There's a really good creep spread coming from Ryze, so he's got vision of a lot right now. Let's just see what his APM is for the hell of it. Yeah, both players have really good APM. There is the third up now for Pride. And let's just keep the Cloak is being researched for the Ghost. Is there a nuke as well? There is no nuke, but we're going to hope in the future that will change. But let's see, we have a starport coming down. We have the tech labs all on the barracks. We have tech labs on this factory, another tech lab on that barracks. We have another barracks being made, supply depots, and another command center. Why Pride's not making use of his expansion? Okay, just to say that he starts transferring SCVs. But let's see what's going on. It seems like he's starting to save up some scans. He might be anticipating burrowed roaches or something he needs to keep an eye on. But there is going to be a 4th base coming from Ryze. Let's just, good solid overlord spread to try and spot if drops are going to come by. He does have full range of any drops that would come by this route. And with this expansion, he'll be able to see most of the... ooh, a 5th one going up too. Double expand coming from Ryze. This could really pay off if these Vikings don't scout it. Seems like they will, though, if they just move up. Ooh, siege mode is going to be researched. Or siege mode is being researched by Pride. Very, very interesting. So he's got a Raven coming out too, as well as Corvid Reactor. I believe that's the Raven upgrade for energy. Yep, increases the starting energy of Ravens by 25, not raisins. Must be hungry. It's been a long day. Anyway, these Vikings are going to start just trying to take out as many overlords as they can. And oh my god, another expansion coming from Ryze. He is macroing like crazy. Look at his food count. He's got an additional 45 food compared to Pride. And here we actually have a drop. It's not quite a doom drop, but there's a solid amount of Zerglings that he can probably just drop into the main over here and try and take out both SCVs and Tech Labs. His Tech Labs be really vulnerable and a solid choice to do right now. Really heavy spellcaster play coming from Pride with the Ghosts and the Ravens. How many Ghosts does he have? He seems to have at least 4 Ghosts on the map and just in this little area. But oh, here we go. We have the Zerglings being dropped and actually creeping spread too. But now let's just see the damage they can do. They're gonna start taking out Zerglings. Oh, this is deadly. And Pride's not pulling back his Zerglings. He's pulling in his army. Pride's not pulling back his SCVs. He's pulling in his army. And really, he might want to. Yeah, I think it seems like these Zerglings are gonna go hiding here. If they can morph into Banelings and then just walk into the middle line later, that would be really, really smart. But is Pride gonna know that there's more Zerglings just hiding over here? It seems like he's so close to moving out, but his Raven is moving over there. But here we go. Seems that Ryze has just killed off those guys. But there's a counterattack. Oh my god, it's over here. He's just trying to take down the planter. Look at all of these roaches. They actually might be able to take out... There we go. Oh, look at that damage. The DPS from roaches is insane. And now all of these SCVs are completely vulnerable. But it seems like Ryze is just going to pull back after doing that damage. Very, very nice. And it looks like Pride did stim to try and get his Marauders over here. But, oh, these Marauders can hit these roaches from the high ground. That's not smart from Ryze. He's got to pull back up here and then move out. But it does seem that he probably discovered this 4th expo with the Planetary Fortress that he's going to have to try and take out. But really, he's going to try and push right to the front. Look at the Infestors. Oh, are this Ghosts going to be able to use EMP on the Infestors? That would be incredibly smart. Look at the fungal growth. That fungal growth is deadly. This is going to sap all the energy away from these medevacs trying to heal everything here. But really, it seems that Pride just held incredibly well with all those Marauders just destroying those roaches. And the Infestors are going to pull away while staying alive. Keeping those Infestors alive is going to be a key point of the play from Ryze. It does seem that he's going to try and... What is he doing? He's going to try and evacuate them with an Overlord or something? Because right now he just seems to be cornering his Infestors to die. But, there's no counterattack. Ooh, fully saturated gold is about to happen right now. That's going to increase the income. What is the income anyway? Yeah, Ryze has got a solid income with 2,000. It's just going higher, to around 2,200 with 85 harvesters. Wow. Ryze is really droning up hardcore. Is he going to... He's got a hive. He's got a hive coming. But, oh, drop coming in down here with really hurt Marauders. So what he's going to do, he should be targeting some form of building instead of these drones. Where is the target fire? These guys are really hurt, but this Queen's actually going to take out a Marauder. Where's the support? Oh, good fungal growth. And Pride is... Oh, whoa, look at the macro. Look at all of those roaches. Pride is just as confused as I am, but I am secretly not confused because I know that there are 85 drones that are mining for Ryze right now. Check that out. Ryze's macro is absolutely incredible. He was spawning larvae that entire time, making sure he had as many minerals as possible and gas, and then there's the GG. Except there was no GG. But it's a very solid game from Ryze, incredibly well played, and I'm impressed. Guys, remember, check out the links in the bottom, teamtq.webs.com. Thank you for watching.